Ooh, guys, Water Wednesday coming up for Rain Trail Legends live stream, and today we are coming up at the end of Clan versus Clan, and my clan is not doing so hot. We haven't won a personal CVC in a long, long time, and it's because we come up against clans like this that always have just a little bit more than we do. They're fighting above their tier, and we're fighting above our tier, just not as much as they are. Quite frankly, we're just getting bad luck as far as who we've been going up against for a very long time, so that's not looking too good. I've almost got my 400k. Not that it matters, because we're not winning, and who knows when we will win a CVC. But today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run in my Nightmare Hydra team, hanging out. What's going on with you guys? Are you doing the fusion? I'm doing the fusion because it's kind of hard to skip. He's pretty good. Pretty good fusion. Wish I could skip him, but doesn't seem like that's the best idea. Start it. What's up, Scrub? It has been a little while. I wasn't feeling good the last couple days, so I just didn't stream. Just a headache, nothing big. Summer heat got to me. Needed some time off. The game's a little slow right now. Doing this fusion, didn't want to, but here we are. It is the way it is. What can you do? Yeah, the fusion isn't like game changing. He'll probably help out with faction wars. I did see an interesting video from Tyraku yesterday, I think, kind of showing up some weird potential in arena, but probably not top end. And he'll probably go on a Hydra team. I'll probably make a Hydra team out of him. Might free up my Lady Mikage and Ninja to do other things. I don't know. He's good enough that I got to do him, you know? But not much else seems to be going on in the game. Like, we're doing a fusion, but we need like a big event. Ah. Well, I'm glad you feel better today, and I feel better today, and we can hang out. We'll see how my Titus does today. I did end up running him on Nightmare last week, and team works fine on Nightmare, so pretty easy. I put up like 5.7 billion clash points, like something like that. No more. I think I broke over 2 million damage. I forget. Maybe it was 1.9. Pretty easy team if he can just stay alive. If he doesn't get swallowed. If he gets swallowed, got to restart. Yeah. I honestly don't really need him for Hydra. He's just kind of interesting in other areas. I feel like somebody's going to come up with something crazy for him, and then I'd regret not having him. I wanted to skip him because I'm so close to getting mod. Plus, I'm so low on shards. Demon Lord has not been kind to me. Like all summer, I've barely gotten any gold shards. So I'm going to have to pull whatever gold shards I have this weekend, plus the primals. I'm guessing that next weekend is going to be 2x on voids. So I'm going to hold off on those. And then hold on to my ancients as much as possible. I didn't pull last weekend because the 2x didn't have really an interesting 10x. I didn't care that much about Balor or whatever that guy's name is. Like, it's fine. I think we're just getting to the point where we don't really need another interesting Hydra champion at this point. They need to come out with better Chimera champions. So we're not all running approximately the same team. Demoted in tag. How embarrassing. I got to tag team Gold 3 for the first time this week. I had never gotten to Gold 2 before they changed the tiers. And I finally decided to make a push, and now I'm up to Gold 3. I don't think Gold 4 is going to happen. I'm not really a top 3,000 player, even on my best day, but pretty happy to be in Gold 3 for the first time. It wasn't even that hard. Okay, so we're still doing pretty well here. How's our damage numbers? It does take a while for him to really get going. Well, I just had to be at your level for one day. 1 week at least. I will soon go back down to where I belong. But who cares about tag team anyway? All right, now we're getting a little bit of damage. Let's see how big this ramps up this week. The one thing holding back my Titus is I cannot get his ascension right. Putting all my dust into his chest plate, and I can't get... I think we're about to get swallowed. I think I got to restart. This is the life of Titus. And this is why I am never, ever going to manual this run. All right, let's try one quick battle. Let's just see what happens with a quick battle. One time. And if I get close to 2 billion, then I don't know what we're going to do tonight. I just want to see it one time. How far can we go? The problem is, he's just not... that's garbage. Garbage. We can't do it. All right. We got to watch Hydra tonight. But let me show off. Let me prove it. Here I am. Here I am in Gold 3 tag team. You got Mithrala? Congratulations. Game-changing champion. I have also made a Titus Demon Lord team. Show that off. It's not like I put 0 effort into my Demon Lord team, and he puts up silly numbers. Let's see what he does on normal. There's a little bit of RNG as to how many millions or billions he puts up. But with zero effort, he gets 2 to 300 million usually on Ultra Nightmare and like close to a billion on Nightmare. And all I did is take out one of my Hydro champions and did the same setup. All he did is take out Lydia. And he puts up silly numbers. And now I don't have to worry about my team failing, because once in a while it'd fail on Spirit, which is real annoying. Silver 2 tag. I'm glad that they made tag a little bit easier for everybody. Like, it wasn't that important to me, but it's a lot easier to get up in rank now, and that's important for a lot of people, especially if anybody's trying to get Ramontu. All right, we gotta try Nightmare again. No more quick battles. We tried once. We failed. See how long he can go without getting swallowed. Yeah, he's ridiculous for Demon Lord. I mean, basically, it's dead content. I mean, maybe they could make a Demon Lord clash, but I don't really see that happening. I don't know how much people like Clash, like overall. There are definitely some clans that go real hard. I know that, like, Nub Raids quit his clan just because he didn't want to have to manual his Titus team. And I would too. If my clan made me do that, like, auto's good enough, guys. It's not that serious. It's bad enough I got to sit through this for however long it takes. I think it's like a 40-minute run or something. When it works. You're at 400,000 CVC points on your alt and almost 350 on the main. Nice. Should inspire my clanmates. We got too many bottom feeders. I don't know what to do about that. Trying to convince my clan to up the points required, but we had a guy quit the game this week. Unfortunate. But it happens. But we put up a lot of points to the clan. We just kind of ran into an opponent that wanted it more this week. Yeah, I don't think that they're going to change Demon Lord just because they're already giving out shards through it. And it's really easy. And they have auto battles, so it takes 30 seconds a day for advanced players. They don't do anything unless they think that there's a way that they're going to make money out of it. And the fact that top players already can put up pretty crazy Demon Lord teams, they're not going to be pushing for Demon Lord champions. Yeah, there's a big difference between what Plarium should do and what they do. They should treat their players better. But what they do is they convince Krakens to come and spend all their money, and it doesn't really matter what the rest of us do. As long as there's enough of us bottom feeders to make the Krakens happy that they're beating somebody up. I guess I've heard that there are still Krakens coming into the game. I don't know where they're drawing them from. Still happening. But I think the raid needs something exciting. We need some big event coming up. Like, is Chaos Awakes even done? It's kind of a mid event. I mean, other than Titus existing, I guess the event dungeon is still going for a couple weeks, so I guess it's still going, but not very memorable. It's not like we did anything different. Other than that one thing at the beginning of the summer, whatever it was where we all did enough to get rewards. This has been a long event, not that exciting. I guess we're gonna have to wait 2 weeks for it to be over. 2-3 weeks, whenever it's over. They'll probably announce something right away. Is an anniversary coming up? My anniversary came up a couple days ago, yesterday. 2 days ago was my 4th raid anniversary. Thought about throwing a party, but I had a headache, so we didn't celebrate that together, guys. I'm sorry. I've been playing raid for 4 years now. They gave me like a chicken, 100 energy, 100 auto battles. Very generous stuff. No shards. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this event dungeon. I've run it very little, to be honest. It's just too hard to get like meaningful artifacts. You get lots of accessories, but it's too hard to get artifacts. I never did beat stage 30. I beat stage 29. I run 25. I'm gonna get swallowed here. We're 0 for 2, guys. Try it again. Third time's the charm. I'm not counting that auto battle. Not even an ancient shard. That is right. I've been getting a lot of ancient shards, though, lately. I've got 160 saved up because I skipped last weekend's event. The last 2 times I did pull ancient shards, I got crazy luck, but what I can't get is sacred shards. The only ones I've been getting are from like Doom Tower, Tag Team Arena, Bazaar. I've gotten like 2 sacred shards all summer from the Demon Lord. Terrible RNG. I know it comes and goes, but it's been gone. I really have a hard time believing they don't rig those Demon Lord drops from time to time. Because you shouldn't be going like a month without getting one. I haven't even been getting void shards at a decent rate. Just blues. Some days I'll get like 5 ancient shards, but I won't get purple or gold. Certainly can't get very many red shards. But maybe this weekend I will finally get my mythical, because I gotta pull those primals probably. It's gotta happen. All right. See if this Hydra run feels like working. I know in the past, like Saf with HH Gaming, he used to kind of check to see if like the drops were normal for people using the app and stuff. They always said it lined up with normal, even when people complained, but I don't know, sometimes it's hard to trust. It's like the NBA lottery. They say it's on the up and up, but it's a little suspicious. Little suspicious when LeBron gets an MVP teammate and the team that traded him gets the number 1 pick with such low odds. The number of improbable teams that have gotten the number 1 pick is insane. The number of like teams that were like the 13th worst or the 12th worst getting the number 1 pick. I don't know. Maybe Plarium runs the NBA. They're all scamming us. All right, let's see who gets swallowed after Hatter here. Can we make it through round 2? Are you doing the fusion, Jerry? I did save up gems for quite a while, so I've been trying to max out all the events. Trying to actually use my resources, but not enough dust in this game. Yeah. This weekend is kind of make or break. We'll see how tough the summon rush is. The last fusion, the Titus fusion, was actually insanely easy as far as like summon rush and stuff. You only need like 3,000 points for each. They never do it that easy. See, how many turns do we got on this Hatter? Okay, 2 more turns before Hydra gets Hatter. We'll find out how far we can go here. Well, I think what made Tholen real tough is the Titan event after. I am kind of thinking, if I had to predict, is we're going to get a Titan event after this where people can get Shayak. That's just my guess. It's going to be either that or like a Deck of Fate or a Hero's Path or like a Champ Training event tournament or something. They did say that there's going to be a way. It could just be pulling shards, but I think it's going to be some big costly event. If I had to guess, Titan event seems pretty likely, but it'd be pretty rough if it was like a Hero's Path. Fortunately, I've got Shayak. The only reason why I'm doing this is because I have Shayak, you know? All right, can we ramp up our Titus damage here? Lydia is getting swallowed next. So we're definitely making it deeper this time. But really, unless you can make it to the very end, you kind of have to keep restarting. Okay, there we got 31 million. I think my biggest damage last week was like, I want to say 95 million for a hit. I feel like that's right. The only thing annoying about this Titus team is he gets swallowed and everything gets ruined right away. There's nothing you can do about it. There we go. There's only 14 million? Sheesh. You got Owella booked. I don't think my Owella is booked. I do have Owella. I do have Bambus. I know that there's been a good Bambus Titus team out there. I used to use Panda in my Dragon team for a while. I actually used Bambus in Hydra a long time ago. I liked him more than most. Yeah, you probably just need to farm a lot of gear. That's how the game goes. Woo! 75 million hit. Take that. See if I can get a hex back on him, get another hit in. Nice. All right, our damage has ramped up. Now it's just about not getting Titus swallowed. What are you guys up to in the game tonight? Are you winning your CVC? We're getting smacked in the mouth. I think this is going to be like our 4th loss in a row for personal CVC. Pretty rough. I don't know what to do about it. It should be kind of 50-50. Just never seems to be that way. They should be matching you up against similar clans, but we always seem to run up against a clan that has 10% more than we do. I farmed a lot of Sand Devil today. I finished up the event dungeon yesterday. Trying to save as many books as I can. I did book Shayak today, but I want to save enough books for Doggo. How many points does your clan have, Scrub? We're at like 3.7 million, but we're losing by about 400,000 too. Last I checked. It's pretty rough when you put up 400,000 yourself and then your clan mates put up, some of them put up like 20,000. They're like, why are you kicking me out of the clan? It's like, are you even playing the game? If you show up and do anything, you should meet our minimum, which is 30K. I think our minimum should be like 100K. Like, how do you even play this game if you can't put up 30,000? Like it would take you 100 years to do anything in this game if you can't put up better CVC points. I don't even know what level we are. I feel like we're level 16 or 17 or something. $8 million to 8.4. See, you guys are putting up like 300K on average. Unless you have like one guy putting up 2 million. It's not that hard. I've made like 10 videos. I'm going to get swallowed. Oh boy. All right. We made it through like 2 rounds this time. We'll try again. Let's see. Let's check. My clan. My clan is level 17. And we're down by 430,000 points. I'm at 392. I'll get the 8,000 one way or another. All right. What is this? Attempt number 3, 4? We try again. Yeah, I mean, you're always going to have somebody in the clan that has like real life come up. All right. Hang on, guys. I'll be right back. Enjoy watching my Hydra for a minute. Oh, let's see. My struggle with live arena is I am always running up against whales. Like every fight I get is against a whale, unless I've lost 3 in a row. Then they feed me a bot or whatever. I get no easy fights unless I've lost 3 in a row. It's always against somebody higher than me. Usually multiple mythicals. And I have to either get lucky or I got to wait for 3 losses. Especially during the season. Like if I try to go hard, I get those seasonal points and they just put me up against other players with crazy numbers. Like there's not enough players in the game that are better than me that I should always be playing somebody better, but I always am. Like somehow I still have like a 52% win rate, but it feels like 25%. Because it's just like, how does everybody have a Crixia? Like I'll run into like 3 Crixia teams in a row. And then I'll run into like 5 Siffy teams in a row. Not everybody can have Siffy, but I'm always fighting against Siffy. I don't get it. Fortunately, Siffy doesn't scare me that much because Volcanos is a hard counter to her. But when I run against, like 4 mythical teams, the only time I beat them is when it's a new Kraken. Like a brand new baby Kraken that's just coming to the game and they don't have the gear yet. Maybe you're just smarter, Jerry. Some people just put more effort into the game. I mean, the fact that you watch YouTube puts you in an upper echelon of the game. There's a lot of dumb players out there. Like, a lot of people really have no idea. People can play this game for years and not know how to gear a single champion on their account. I could not play Raid without the help of others. Like very early on, I was like logging into a Yumi Love, trying to get like rankings on champions, figuring out how to build champions. This game's hard. I could not imagine trying to figure out Demon Lord myself. Because when I did not do a good job. Actually doing your homework in this game will take you a long ways. Also spending money. If you guys spend money, that can really help out your account. All you have to do is spend a lot of money and then pay for takeovers. Have Cruisen do a takeover on your account, and then basically you're not playing a game anymore. You're watching somebody. You're paying for somebody else to watch a game. So there's always that. That's why I stopped playing Watcher of Realms, because basically everything that I did, I had to just copy from somebody else. And that just wasn't that fun. The only thing that I kind of figured out how to do on my own was Guild Boss 2 Apocalypse. I figured out how to do that. Not on my own, but like I could do it myself without copying somebody else's team one for one. I got a pretty good team out of that. But so much of that game was just, all right, let me see the exact run somebody else made, see if I can copy it letter for letter, and try it 1,000 times until RNG is in my favor and I get it perfect. But I never really came up with doing my own things. Like there's still that in Raid, but not on the same level. Even though I did steal your Ice Golem team, Scrub. That team is awesome. Makes me not hate Ice Golem anymore. Yeah, I don't understand how people can play Raid for. There are people that have been playing Raid since day one that don't know what they're doing. That's crazy to me. And I stunk at this game for the first 6 months at least. Like I was terrible for 6 months. I was bad for a year. About a year and a half, 2 years in, I started kind of understanding things a little bit better. Got a few more champions. I couldn't even get into like Gold 1 Arena for 6 months cuz Arena was broken back then. And then they just added like a bunch of bots and made it super easy. But like nobody could progress back then. It was terrible. Yeah, the only thing I need to work on now is I need a better Fire Knight team. And so my plan is I'm probably going to make a Hydra team out of the dog and Packmaster. And then I can free up my Mikage to be more Fire Knight focused instead of barely usable in Fire Knight. And I'll probably try to make a faster, steadier team. But I just don't have any of the meta, like super great Fire Knight champions. I need to see if I can figure out Marius in Fire Knight. But I don't know if like I'll have the speeds right and stuff. And I don't really want to mess up my Marius build just for Fire Knight. But my Fire Knight team is painfully slow and I don't like it. But like my Dragon team takes about a minute. My Ice Golem team now takes about a minute. My Spider team takes like 13 seconds or whatever. And Titus is getting swallowed third again. I don't know if like, does logging out help? Because I feel like it gets in a rut where it swallows the same champion in the same order. I don't think it's a coincidence. I'm going to log out and try this again. See if it does anything different. This is my new conspiracy theory. Because it keeps doing Powder, then Lydia, then Titus. I don't think that's a coincidence. I don't even know what my Mikage speed is at right now because I had to put her in protection. I don't remember how fast I got that. She was a lot faster when I had her in Feral. Let's see. What's my Mikage at? She's at 344 and 364 for Fire Knight, so I guess she's probably fine. All right. Attempt number 4 or 5. Titus does make the damage on Hydra crazy, but it also means that I can't auto Hydra every week. For about 6 months, Hydra was taking me about 3 minutes a week, depending on how many failed attempts I had. Now you guys get to watch me watch my Hydra team fail over and over again. Who do you put in your Fire Knight team, Scrub? Right now I've got Ralzovarg, Fat Man. Who else? Mikage, Newt. I forget who the other one was. Oh, an epic. Creodan, I think. It's either Creodan or the one that's just like Creodan, but from a different faction. There's 2 epics that are kind of the same. I think it's Creodan that I use. So I still haven't pulled a Valkyrie. I don't have a Cardiel. Don't have a second Newt. I'd love to get a second. Just not happening. Game would prefer to give me dupe clan fathers or something. All right. 8 more turns on Hatter. Watching Hydra feels like watching the warm-ups before a sporting event. Like, it's not until the very end that Titus finally starts doing some damage, and then you hope he stays in the game. It's like you travel all day to go to a sporting event. You watch him warm up for a couple hours, and then your favorite athlete gets ejected from the game in the first quarter. And you watch your team lose by 30 points. And you say, can't wait to watch this again next year. Yeah, I have 2 Kaimars. But I don't have Cardiel. Okay, it looks like Emic is getting swallowed next. Nice. So it's not Lydia. That means we're out of the Lydia rut. Our damage is looking pretty pathetic so far, though. Okay. Nuke Kaimar. I need to figure out if I'm using my first Kaimar in anything right now. So I got 2 Kaimars. But I use Kaimar in a lot of content. But I switched to my second Kaimar for a lot of things so that he was resetting after instead of going first. I used to use Kaimar in Arena, like a speed team, but you can't really do that so effectively anymore. All right, we need Titus to do something. Ooh, that wasn't it. Am I going to fail here? I think this team is straight up going to fail because of fears. That's it. We did not even free our champion because we got feared too many times. That is brutal. All right, I need to check something. See where I'm using my Kaimar. Let's see, I've got... Okay, my second Kaimar is in my Spider team. My first Kaimar is in my Sand Devil team. That's a bummer. First Kaimar is in Dragon. Second Kaimar is in Spider. This is my terrible Fire Knight team. And then second Kaimar is in my Ice Golem team. I could probably switch out the Kaimars on the Dragon team. I don't think that's a big deal. But not for... What's the difference in my speeds here? They're both pretty slow now. Let's see. My first Kaimar is 310. And my second Kaimar is 208. Let's see. Would he be fast enough to work as my reset? I'm not sure. I could try out the Sand Devil team. I don't think it would super matter for Dragon which Kaimar I use. He doesn't like have to go first for Dragon. I might be able to pull it off. I don't know. How fast does the Fire Knight go on 10? I could probably rebuild him to be kind of similar speed, but with damage. Might be tough. 250? What kind of damage? Are we talking about like savage gear, lethal gear kind of stuff? It should probably be my next big project, though. Figure out a better Fire Knight team. I I kind of wanted to do it last weekend with the free gear removal, but I just wasn't feeling it. Didn't feel like putting out the effort over the weekend. Helm Smasher. Wow. I have never really used my Kaimar for nuking at all. Does he actually do serious damage, or is it like the poisons? Is he hitting those waves hard enough? I could really go for an X3 or an X4 on Hydra, man. Watching these warm ups, it's killing me. I could really go for a second newt, I'll tell you that much. Having creatine in the team is not really amazing. Kind of sort of does the job, but he's not amazing. The big problem is that if I get attacked, he's dead. That's why I can only run my team on Fire Knight 6 predictably. Because they just get annihilated. Varga is squishy. Creatine is squishy. I'll have to figure something out. All right. Starting to get a little damage here. Let's see who gets swallowed. See if we can get a Hydra run out of this team. Should get a pretty big hit in here pretty soon. Yeah. I know some people use Marius in Fire Knight, though. Might see if I can find a team like that. Yo! Kraken in the house. It's been a little while. And oh, okay. Wixwell's gonna get swallowed. Thought it was Titus. Had a bad angle on that. How'd plant reset go for you? Get your avatar yet? Not much. Doing the fusion, even though I didn't want to. He's probably too good to pass up. Right now, I'm trying to get my Titus team to work without Titus getting swallowed. It works. It's just RNG, which is kind of annoying. Last week, I think it only took 2 tries. I think I put up 1.9 billion on Nightmare last week. Something like that. It's just it's hard to get through a run without him getting swallowed. Once he gets eaten up, it's worthless. Are you guys all getting the dog? I think I have just enough shards to pull it off. I mean, I definitely have the ancient shards, but I really don't want to have to use those without a 2 times event. Hoping to pull my first mythical from a primal shard this weekend. Has to happen someday. Mercy has to exist somewhere. It's been long enough. All right, our damage is getting a little bit better here. We'll see what happens. Wixwell's getting swallowed in 6 turns. It is fun watching Titus get big hits, but sometimes you gotta wait a while for him to get enough turns in. There we go. Decent hit. We're getting there. Question is, what'll happen after Wixwell gets swallowed? Can we beat the RNG? So far, not so good. Should be soon. He's got 3 more turns for Wixwell. There we go, 80 million hit. So his damage is there now. Can we keep him on the field? That's the only question. Two more turns. Another 70 million. We'll take that. Will we survive the RNG? Yes, Lydia's next. We did it. Now the big hits are going to start rolling in. Would have been nice if he felt like freeing my champion, but you know, Titus isn't always the smartest champion. He's just a bully. There we go. Wixwell freed. We got 13 more turns on Lydia. Now, from previous weeks, last 3 weeks, I guess, we only get swallowed about 6 or 7 times. So we've already gotten through 3 of them, counting Lydia's. So if we can get RNG luck 3 or 4 more times, we can make it through this run. But as we have seen so far, that's a pretty big if. $69 million. Nice. We did win our Hydra Clash last week by about 4 or 5 billion. Pretty much thanks to this team. Pretty much makes all the other Hydra teams feel kind of dumb and worthless. My Marius team putting up 412 million on Brutal. Feels like nothing. Feels kind of dumb. But I could not imagine doing this on manual every week. My wrist would fall off. Imagine doing this for like an hour and a half, and then you get swallowed with 100 turns left and having to restart. You could spend all day just on one Hydra run just because your clan values Hydra a little too much. I couldn't do it. All right, let's get a big smack in here. Oh, did we lose our shield? Did we just get 3%ed on our shield? I'm dead. I can't believe that. They stole our shield. That is brutal. All right. Let's check. See how bad we're losing CVC. We're down by 370,000. I need 8,000 points. That's rough. Get 75 boss turns in, and you lose your shield. That is terrible. All right, let's see. 800 points for that. I need like 7,000 points from something. Let's see. I kind of wanted to. Actually, I'm not sure if I want to book him because I'm not sure if he's going to end up necessary. You know what I'll do? I'll book some random rare. Let's see. What do I need for 7,000? I need 14 books. He takes 14 books. Perfect. There goes a bunch of blue books. Completely wasted for a CVC. That'll get me to 400,000. CVC done. We're definitely losing though. All right. We try it again. This is the life with Titus now. They gave us auto battles and then they took it away. Because this is not an auto battle friendly team. I mean, it can work if the RNG works for you. Technically can work. But I think we've shown that RNG is not very friendly. Any stupid thing can happen to this team. You can randomly get your shield stolen. Dang. We finally had a run going pretty well. We lost our shield. That's terrible. I think it's all because Wixwell got swallowed too. I think that messed things up. Bad luck. Having a lot of bad luck. At least we have free regroups. You guys been playing long enough to remember when Hydra didn't have a proper free regroup? If you crashed out, you could free regroup if you caught it in time. But if you wiped, there's nothing you could do. I definitely had some weeks where my one team got smacked before I could save it. No rewards that week. When I first started Hydra, when it first came out, it was pretty much, could I get Ninja to get a few turns in so he could get a chest for me? Come a long way. And now we're just waiting for RNG to favor us with Titus team. Honestly, all that matters is that he gets through to the end. I don't care if the team puts up 1.5 billion or 2.5 billion. I'm not redoing the run once I actually get through a run. We accept the score for what it is. So I'm not sure if Titus was really a blessing or a curse. Because I was putting up the 1.2 billion Clash points I needed. But we are probably going to get some pretty easy Clash wins. Probably have to tank some weeks too. And we got cleansed. Whatever. Getting feared everywhere. All right. We'll see what happens when Hatter gets eaten. Who's going to be next? Okay, Emic is next. Perfect. That doesn't hurt us too bad. Okay. Hit the wrong head. Surprise, surprise. So what does skip week mean for you? Do you just like try to get the 1.2 billion or do you do like 0? You just try to get like The top chest, but not too much. My clan is not that sophisticated. Why are we hitting the wrong head? We don't have Hex right now because Hatter got swallowed. Why are we not trying to free our champion? You big dumb ape. Here we go. Finally. Okay, so Emic is going to get swallowed. 8 more turns. Can we get rid of Torment, please? Almost. We lost our shield. Oh my gosh. Why are we losing our shield all of a sudden? Oh man. I swear I didn't do anything to him. Let's see. We don't quite have the competition where we need to do that. If I can actually get through a battle. Let me get my other keys out of the way. Let me feel good about something. Brutal. Do a couple quick auto battles. Kind of crummy. Let's try that again. We're looking more for like 400 million. There we go. We'll keep that. We'll get our 1.2 billion. Get that out of the way. Then we'll do our hard team. The hard team kind of stinks right now because I had to steal champions from it. But it doesn't matter. Titus makes everything else not really matter. Oh, that was actually a really good run. Take that. Probably in first place now for Clash. See what kind of rewards we get. Skinwalker HP. Okay. 5 stars all around. Lizardman defense. Shadowkin HP. Lizardman attack. Demon spawn accuracy with no speed. Ugh. Not amazing. All right. So we have one quick battle available. We got one more shot at a quick battle working for Nightmare. What if? What if it just worked? It's already doing better. Unless we got our shield stolen. Oh. So close. So far away. That's trash. Imagine that. 2 billion clash points is trash. Rough. All right. I'll be back in a couple minutes. We'll see where this one goes. All right. This is attempt number, I don't know, 8, including the auto battles. I would do semi-auto, but that's not really our problem, except for the one time we got the wrong champion devoured. Just bad RNG. That might just be reality for this team. You might just have to run it a bunch of times till something works. Hmm. I think I might have to self-impose some skip weeks just to save my sanity if I'm going to go through this every week. think I might have to do semi-auto. Titus is too stupid when we get swallowed. He just lets the champion sit in the Hydra's stomach instead of getting him back in the game so his shield doesn't get stolen. I don't really mind semi-auto. I mind full manual. I hate clicking like 1,200 times. But a few isn't so bad. But Titus has very poor decision making. Okay, at least we got rid of Torment this time. So we won't get feared, hopefully, while we try to free our champion. All right, it's going to happen any second now. Here we go. All right. There we go. And Titus is going to get devoured. Again. Terrible luck tonight. Nothing we can do about it. This team is just RNG heavy. There we go again. We get to wait. See what happens. Can't speed it up. Can't trick the Hydra into not swallowing him. Can't stop the 3%. Some weeks it'll take one time. Some weeks, apparently, it could take dozens. This is not one of those good weeks. This is one of those weeks where raid makes you feel bad. How are you guys feeling about raid overall? Do you think they need to do something big? Because they got a lot more competition coming up. Dragonair just re-released. Watcher Realms has a big event going on. We got Godforge coming out soon. Sorta soon. I'm going to be doing the second wave of the alpha for Godforge. Probably be doing some of that live. Checking out that game, seeing if it's worth the time and effort. It's hard to give up on a game that you've been playing for 4 years. But I don't know where Raid goes next. I mean, when was the last time they came out with really good content? I don't love Chimera. It's something that I auto run a couple of runs for a half hour each once a week. If it fails, I restart it. Kind of like this. They've had a few swings and misses. The one thing I do like that Raid's been doing lately is all the bigger events. Chaos Awakes, Alice's Adventure. They need to do more stuff like that for sure. But I think they need more than that. I just wonder if it feels like Raid has made too big of a disparity between the Krakens and free to play. Like there always needs to be a difference, but the difference is so big now. Like particularly uh for Arena. Like you either have mythicals or you don't. There are some legendaries that matter, but I don't know, when you come up against 4 insane mythicals, you don't stand a chance unless their gear is trash. And it has to be like trash. But I feel like Raid's been slow this summer. Other than Titus, Titus got a lot of traction. Chaos Awakes has been kind of meh. I know it's always kind of slow during the summer, but nothing really interesting going on. Chaos Awakes doesn't end for like 2 weeks, and it feels like it died a month ago. Like nothing in game even screams like there's an event going on right now. Other than there being an event dungeon that isn't even a popular one, gives crummy gear for the most part. Pinpoint doesn't matter as much as it did 6 months to a year ago when it came out. You can get feral gear so much easier, so much better gear for free. If your clan is any good at Siege. We did lose our last Siege though. That was a rough one. It was close. You went crazy? On what? Oh my gosh. Oh, there goes our Titus again. He gets swallowed second so often. I'm back out of the game. Try again. See if I can trick the game into not screwing me over here. I did try to max out like all the tournaments and stuff this week. That's about as crazy as I go. Let's see. We are in first place. If I can put up a sweet 5 billion points, that'd be nice. The big question is, did you get Volcanos from the Prism Shards? I was expecting you in here last week during the Prism event. I assume that you crackened out enough to get him. Ah, here I am with my 0 mythical relics. I do have 1 mythical gemstone. You didn't get Volcanos? Did you go for him? Did you try and fail, or are prism shards not your thing? Or were you just trying to let me have 1 thing over you in the entire game? Trying to make me feel good about 1 thing and rage out of Legends. A 6-week vacation. That's crazy. I took my first vacation in 6 years in June. It's just visiting family in California, but ever since we moved back up to Oregon, we hadn't taken a single vacation. Took the whole family down to SoCal for a week. Reminded me of why we moved away from SoCal. Get away from that traffic, the incessant heat. Just 300. It's like you don't even want him. So where's the big vacation spot? My brother just went to Japan with my nephew. So my nephew just turned 18. It was like his graduation present, kind of. I prefer a nice little staycation. Leave me alone for a week. Yeah, I liked living in Oceanside because it wasn't usually that hot, and you could go to the beach. Like when I used to live right up the street from the beach. But like if you go inland at all, it's not the same. And my wife's family lives in Hemet, and that's pretty much just desert, just miserable. Disney cruise. I like Disneyland. I don't think I'd ever want to go on a cruise. Probably just throw up the whole time. All right. Will Titus get devoured next or not? I don't think I'd like being out at sea. I don't think I'd like the activities on a boat. I'd rather just go back to Hawaii. I lived in Hawaii for like 6 months it's amazing there. I'd rather just like be there and enjoy it than be on a boat. Like, I don't know if it's harder to get seasick on a big old cruise ship. I don't think I'd like it though. I think the chances of me feeling sick the whole time are too high. All right. So it's Emic getting swallowed, so we're fine. Just need to free our champion. There we go. All right, we made it through the second stage here. Yeah, that makes sense. Jamaica would probably be cool though. I mean, hot, but fun. I mean, I loved being in Hawaii. I assume Jamaica's pretty similar. Yeah. Oh, 6 weeks on a cruise. Doing what? Like, what do you even do on a cruise? Like, do they have gambling? Because I'm not a gambler. Like, I don't know if I could do karaoke nights for 6 weeks. I'm too much of a hermit. I like staying home and being left alone. I'd rather be like, let me go to a cabin with my wife and no kids for a week. Just some peace and quiet. I love my kids. Once in a while, a little peace and quiet is nice. They don't have roller coasters on a cruise ship. I actually don't like roller coasters. I like Disneyland rides. Like Indiana Jones is my favorite ride. That's the level of uh not really a not really a roller coaster, but you roll around. I do like Disneyland. I've never been to Disney World though. It's a long day at Disneyland though. I don't know if I could do 6 weeks in a row of Disneyland. Like, what part of Disney World do they have on a cruise ship? Like, they don't have rides, so what are you talking about? Are you talking about like the dining experiences, the characters? Like, I kind of know what was on like that Star Wars, the Star Wars hotel that failed miserably. I assume you're talking about stuff like that. But I only know Disneyland and California Adventure. I don't know what Disney World has other than what I've seen on YouTube. They have rides on a cruise ship? Like what? Compare it to a Disneyland ride. Like what kind of ride? We're talking about like carousel? We're talking like mini roller coaster? I might have to watch a YouTube video on this when I get off. Can't imagine what that would cost. Is it 10 grand, 20 grand for like a couple? Is 100 grand? How big of a Disney Kraken do you have to be to get on a 6-week Disney cruise? And Titus is getting swallowed third. We fail again. Oh. That is. We haven't even gotten to like the 4th mark of the Hydra without Titus. And what is up with this red dot that won't go away? I assume this is for the free champion, but I got the free champion and the soul. This red dot will not go away. The red dot from hell. Is that 13K for the two of you? What kind of discount you get for being a vet? Is it like 20%? How much extra do I have to pay because you're braver than me? They will take weeks to fix this red dot because it doesn't cost them $1. 9,000 off? Wow. Were you in for like 20 years? Like, are you full retired? Wow. I mean, I'm never going to have 22K to spend on a vacation. I don't live like that. I don't live that Kraken life. Well, maybe if you guys add like 20,000 subs to my account. 12 years. So are you like, I remember I had quite a number of Marine friends and like they talked about like 5% disabled, 10% disabled. Does that make leg blown off, knee down? Does that make you 100% disabled? So you, like, I don't even know what kind of benefit that gets you, like monetarily. Are you getting paid like full retirement because of that? Like, I assume that sounds like pretty much 100% to me. It doesn't. That's the way they described it. Like, they're like, oh, my knee hurts. I get 10% for that. I get 10% for like, I hurt my arm. But I assume you get some sort of military disability paychecks. And that's how you're affording to Do you work, or do you just live off like military retirement, disability kind of stuff? So they took your hearing and they took your leg, and that's only worth 70%. What's a guy got to do to get 100%? That's a lot of stuff you went through, man. Were you like Iraq, Afghanistan? Can you talk about it? You helped kill bin Laden? Oh, nice. So you're like the one Marine that didn't just like spend his first 5 years paycheck on buying a big truck, getting married and then divorced, and then married and divorced. I knew a lot of Marines that made some pretty poor decisions. Iran? I didn't know we had troops in Iran. I know we sent them some presents a month or two ago. Okay. Made other terrible decisions. It's a pretty rough decision. Yeah. I knew a lot of Marines. I heard a lot of stories. Some of them got some of them got out without making life altering decisions. There are a lot of bad decisions out there. Probably not enough life training out there for young Marines. They don't want to be your mom and dad. They just want you to lose your leg. Yeah, pretty common, unfortunately. Just reminded me one of my groomsmen was a Marine. He got kicked out for one of those brilliant decisions. I don't remember what he did. Something dumb. Probably didn't deserve to be kicked out. I think the guy who got him kicked out did even worse things, but still, dumb decisions. He turned his life around, thankfully, but pretty dumb decisions out there. I had another roommate who was a Marine. He was pretty dumb at first, but he turned his life around too. One of my roommates right before I got married was in the Marine Corps band actually. Played the big drum. And then like he was also in like the Marine like jazz band. He'd play good like electric guitar for it. Pretty cool gig, but it kind of messed up his back carrying that big old drum around. All right. Our damage is getting pretty good with this run. Let's see if it can actually be a real run or if we get screwed over for the 10th time. Who gets promoted fast? Oh man, if this run can make it, we're off to a hot start. We never build up our shield this fast. Oh yeah. I don't think he was like super high rank or anything. Oh nice, Lydia's next. And we freed our champion already. Nice. This could be the run. Yeah, I would say being in the Marine band's probably got to be one of the best jobs. Like, unless you really just like being at war, which I'm sure there's plenty of guys that are like that. But like, it's better than like being the guy that works at the gas station on base. Pretty sure I knew a guy that just pumped gas all day. That was his Marine job when he was on base. Not quite the same. You liked being on the battlefield? I think I'd rather be in the band. if I had any musical talent whatsoever. I think I'd take the band gig. I don't remember if he ever had to go to war. I don't think so. I know it was always a possibility, though. Like they weren't exempt. I like. I do like to give a good speech. I'll see what I can do. I'll see if I can get you to jump off a cliff for me in raid. What's this gonna hit? 60 million almost. Not bad. All right, let's keep this run going, please. I'd like to finish Hydra tonight. I'm just gonna be thinking up speeches all night now. I'm gonna start asking you to remember the Titans. I'm gonna ask you if you're Spartacus. I'm gonna remind you that this is our Independence Day. See what I can get you to do. Probably won't work because I'm not paying you. I don't have any guns to give you. I can't trade you my volcanoes. All right, we got 4 turns left on Lydia. See how long this run can go. We haven't lost our shield. We haven't lost our Titus. This is about almost as far as we've gone tonight. We did get to turn count 75 one time. Well, I'm glad you were able to get out of the ghetto and get to the safety of Iran. Glad they could do that for you. I'm sure the Bloods and Crips had better aim. Oh my gosh. We can't get past turn 3 without Titus getting swallowed. What a scam. I don't think this is an accident. We're beyond bad luck on RNG. You just need a good speech from your wife to convince you to go to Jamaica instead, man. You've done your part. You're good to go. Now you get out there. You get on that cruise. You meet Mickey Mouse. I don't know how military wives deal with it. And I mean the good ones. I know there's a lot of bad military wives, and I know how they deal with it. I'm talking about the good ones. I don't know how they're so tough. I'd probably have the same opinion as her. You're done. You're a you're a little too much like Lieutenant Dan. Don't go working on a shrimp boat. All right. This is going to be my last chance with Hydra tonight. I've suffered enough. We'll see if we can beat the RNG this one time. Yeah, that's that makes sense. I bet she did. Probably glad that you're home. Not so glad for the reason why. Unless you drive her crazy by being there. Look at you now, taking it out on Krakens in raid. Watching a little minnow like me get crushed. All right. Can we get through the first wave? Will RNG favor me this one time? Anybody gonna try out God Forge? Probably gonna be streaming it. I got into the second wave of the alpha. Ooh. Freed Hatter, that's nice. And Wixwell's the next to go. Not too bad. As long as we don't lose our shield this time. Ooh. Getting some damage. All right, will this be the run? Or will we get screwed again? We'll find out in 5 minutes. 18 turns. Did you build your Titus team yet? Or do you have 3 Trenda teams? How much does Cruisen charge? Is that public information? Just curious. I've never looked into a takeover or anything. I've done a few free ones on here. I imagine that Cruisen's time is worth considerably more. I could have built your team. I don't think you'd want me to, but I could. Oh, that's not crazy. I mean, if you're gonna crack it on the game, spending $100, $60, whatever, not that big a deal. I don't know how long it takes them though. Probably like an hour, I would guess. That's about how long it takes me to build somebody a Hydra team. Hour or two. Depends on their gear. Yeah. I mean, I watched his Titus video. I had to like combine a few videos, plus some other viewers helped me. Scrub helped me a little bit, I think. A couple other guys that don't talk much, but talk that when I was doing my Titus team, they were in here helping out. Okay. There we go. We're getting some damage. I'm pretty happy with my team. It could definitely be like made perfect, but then I'd have to screw up other teams. Like the problem is Lamasu I use a little bit in arena, not a lot. And then Lydia is in my Chimera team. If it wasn't for that, I could like actually speed tune this and stuff. And obviously my gear isn't your gear. But I can get close to 2 billion damage if I can get past the RNG. Yeah. Mine is not min-maxed. It's just, it worked. The problem is it doesn't always work. Because if Titus gets swallowed, not a thing you can do about it. Your run is screwed. Last week, I swear it took like 2 attempts. Because I did it off stream. When I do something on stream, this happens. 2 hours of being a failure. But you can see it does damage. It's just, can I get all my turns in? The team is super fast though. Like the boss only gets like 150 turns compared to like other teams that get well over 200 on my account. Yeah. I know Drock is like that. He doesn't care at all about PvE stuff. But Cruisen likes both. He just likes Arena more. Says it's all about Arena, but he's also super good at PvE. They break it down by region. I do not look at those rankings. I am not on those rankings. Are you the one that was trying to get like the last avatar or something? I get my Krakens and whales mixed up sometimes. Okay. And we got screwed again. Seriously, every time he's second or third. I think we got to fourth one time. Why? Let's see here. Leaderboards. Classic Arena. North America. Let's do global. What's your in-game name? Oh, there you are, 61st. But you're like tied. You're like 4 points behind top 50. Better get on it. Oh, that's your alt? So you're 22nd in North America now. I am not on this list. I tell you where I am, though. I'm in gold 3. Don't mean to brag, but I'm top 8,000 this week in Tag Team Arena that nobody cares about. And we're getting crushed by 400,000 points. Been that way all day. All right. I'm just taking the L tonight. I got to go to bed. Looks like I'll be auto running Hydra again and again and again. Maybe it'll eventually work out for me. Thanks for hanging out tonight, guys. Good luck with Doggo. I've got 25 frags so far. Mod will have to wait for another crappy fusion. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will be back maybe tomorrow night. We'll see. And maybe someday the Demon Lord will actually give me some sacred shards. Maybe I'll finally pull a mythical from Primal Shards this weekend. We'll see. Thanks so much for hanging out. See you next time.